Mike Catt, the first-choice fullback in his own right, and Rodber, Richardson-Clark billed as the men around whom England's triumph would be based, so long as they could overcome the fearsome triumvirate of Benazi, Caban and Benetton. Ben Assal in on the wing in place of the injured and Tamak, Bruzet in the second row instead of the disgraced Olivier Merle. It was a summer's afternoon for the Save and Prosper International, commentators Bill Beaumont and Nigel Starmer-Smith.
And the crowd encouraging England, who won the toss and take the kick-off through Rob Andrew. Bright sunshine, and first ball for Bracken. Andrew had to hurry to get that one in, dropping just outside the 22. Knocked off Rouma, picked up by Sadorni, France's fullback. Christophe Delot, quite an enigmatic figure at fly half for France, who made his Five Nations debut 2 weeks ago, but was in the successful team in victory over New Zealand. It's again the link to Bracken. Andrew, mismove, well taken by Mike Catt. Across comes Sadorni, out left is Rory Underwood. Lovely pick up by Mike Catt there. The man keeping his place after coming in for Paul Hull. The return of Gonzalez, so a brief appearance for de Rougemont.
Not bad getting your first cap, to be on for about a minute and then going off again.
Well, he can rest happily on his newfound achievement. Brief though it may have been. Meanwhile, pressure within the French 22. Rouma can't hold, Richards can. 10 metres out. They're trying to drive up straight to the line and going well. Within 5 metres now. Still there. The back row roll it off. It's with Ben Clark. Richards feeds. Bracken now. Andrew, little chip through for the England midfield to chase, but Akosaberi is there first. Carling makes the half break onto Clark. That's good driving. The tackle by Califano, but it's Bracken again. Now Tony Underwood, taken on by Bayfield. The pick up by Rodber. This is great play by the England forwards, and support now from the backs. Andrew, Bracken, long feed to Carling. Clark's wide out. Clark on the drive. Saint-André with the tackle. England deep in the French 22 again, and a penalty with France offside earlier. You heard the groans of disappointment. Tidy up ball for France. Powerful drive, and broken off effectively and taking on the backs now, which is hardly fair game. But it's gone loose, and Ebogu's made something of it. That's a good recovery. To feed now Bracken. Andrew inside via Clark. Bracken again, eluding but not eventually eluding Benazes. It's a penalty against Jason Leonard for being in front, obstructing whilst in an offside position. A penalty to France, and now they have the chance to open the scoring after 17 minutes. Thierry Lacroix has kicked over 200 points for France. So about 40 metres out. Really no wind to worry about. This to take the lead. Is it straight enough? Yes! France lead. 18 minutes played. Thierry Lacroix, and what will be very much a settling influence on the French team, who've been really up against it in this opening phase, and against the run of play, really, that score. From the restart, Rouma. Clark is not offside. Moore into the 22. A quick riposte by England, this. Set up by Ben Clark. Bracken, Andrew. Carling inside. Underwood doesn't hold it. Back goes Carling. Seller is up there. his old adversary, but France are offside in front of the post.
Yeah, the French blatantly offside there, right in front of the post, and this will give Rob Andrew an easy chance to tie the scores at 3-3. But it's amazing how many sides at international level, as soon as they take a lead, they immediately concede the lead that they've just taken.
Not wasting any time. 3-3. 19 minutes, and England coming back. Psychologically important that they did so very quickly. Johnson, Rodber, over the 22. France looking dire straits in defence. If England can use it fast, they have it. And chances here. Tony Underwood, tackled by Delo. Caban up there in support. France have regrouped well, but the forwards looking a little lumbering at the moment. And England take them on again. Referee playing advantage. Andrew. No advantage comes, but there's offside already called by referee McCartney.
Yeah, the referee again playing good advantage, giving England a chance there, but slight overcomplication by the English backs there, that they had a better 4-2 overlap, and I'm certain that when they look back and they use quick hands, then Rory Underwood would have been in the corner.
From the 22, wide out. The Raw says it all. 6-3. Johnson, great two-handed catch. And the back up of the rest of the pack. And the referee warning the French backs not to encroach offside, as they have been wont to do. England still controlling affairs up front. It's there with Dean Richards. Richards and the drive, 5 metres from the French line. The French pack recoil. Still, this is where the power goes in. All those hours in the fitness room, and the breakthrough to the line. England held up with Rodber there in the van. It's still right on the French line. It could yet be England possession again. Bogu to Bracken. This time they spin it. Rob Andrew sees her half gap. It goes to Ben Clark. Looks for support. Still on the French line. Bracken again. Overlap here. Guscott. Cleverly done. They bought that lightning dummy. And there's delight for Jerry Guscott. His last try was against Scotland in '93. That's his 17th in all, to add to the try scored against France in 1990. And it was a moment of brilliance.
Yeah, Rob Andrews a crucial man here, passing side to Ben Clark, and look how many French midfield backs he commits. There's the standoff in there, they're all in there, and as the ball comes out, Jerry Guscott under the post. That's a dear moment for him. He's been waiting a long time for that try, and that's one for him to savour.
And even Selar couldn't cope with this one. He checks, but he can do nothing about that. It's pace off the blocks that counts. And a great field for it. Rob Andrew, and 2 more points for the conversion, as England stretched to a 10-point lead after 34 minutes of this first half. From Clark to Johnson. There for Bracken. Well, almost. Roumar wrestling with him, but England have repossessed. France anticipating that drive off the fringe, but England still there and still edging forward, setting it back to Bracken. Richards. Dummy wasn't bought, but he just stood there solid. Carling. Fast off the mark. England again. Clark with a dummy. They're all in the act. Now Rodber. And England drive up the middle. Referee McCartney waves the French backs back on side. England head for the post. Bracken. Clark. Good tackle by Caban. But a penalty, with France in fact yet again in front of the post. And 3 points now in sight for England. To the post shouldn't be a problem. It's off the post. Caban. Nothing certain in this game. Akosaberi, Delo. France dangerous as ever in this situation. Delo. Benazzi. French desperate for something to uplift them. 10 points adrift. They'll try and use any ball to attack with, even deep in their 22. You only have to think back to the try of the century scored by Philippe Saint-André 4 years ago. That set this stadium alight.
Again, impressed by the physical strength of the England players there, that normally you'd expect Benazzi to have won that more easily, but England managed to get hands on the ball and stopping France winning it.
Safe ball, Delo, adventure creeping into the game now. Lacroix from Salah, oh, that's nice sleight of hand, no one there to pick it up. Eventually Brouzet does. England are there by that time on the French 22, but still the options of running taken by France. Rodber across, slipping it cleverly to Ben Arsaal. His enormous pace, it rebounds off Cat's hand. Ben Arsaal to sprint for the line, feeds inside to Akosaberi. Caban now. This is French brilliance. Sebastien Viard is unchallenged, and that's so typically French. Never count them out. Sebastien Viard with the most wonderful score. It all started from the French 22. That's the way it can happen with the French, and that was simply superb. The replacement Viard with the try that keeps France very much in the hunt. Never count them out.
And this is the crucial bit. Is this a forward pass? Marginal there, but Ben Arsaal, he chips the ball over Cat, retains possession, comes inside. But the crucial bit of play, I think, is by Laurent Caban here, where he gets the ball, he waits, and out it goes to Sebastien Viard. And once he's got the overlap, there's no stopping it. But great play by the French, great awareness there of keeping the ball available and keeping the game fluid.
The goal kicker, Thierry Lacroix. And it's 13 points to 10 and a wonderful kick, but this was a great try.
Good awareness here, keeping the ball available, but Caban there, he's the one who made it available, made the ball, passed it out to the winger. Well, full-back who goes in, no problem at all.
Immediately England come back with a penalty goal chance. The ball was knocked forward, the Frenchman took it, he was in an offside position. And so England can make it a 6-point buffer. England again, if he gets it. Huge cheers once more. 16-10, but still within a try and conversion. More. Bayfield first, but it lands with Richards, drops it over his head to make it available to the rest of the pack. About 8 meters out. One of the French players has lost a boot. With Rodber, he's made tremendous ground. Within 5 meters now. The pick up by Caban, who's not sure which way to turn. Looks to run it from behind his own goal line, which is perilous to put it mildly. France dive in on top of him and concede the penalty. It's the pressure again that tells, and the part played by Rodber immense.
Yes, France were lucky there in the first place because Lacroix kicked the ball back, and really Caban, not the greatest place to counter-attack, and there's 3 French players over the top, and no hesitation by Ken McCartney to give the penalty.
Rob Andrew, though, can now make it a 9-point lead for England. That's superb. £19 points to 10. Huge leap by Bayfield. When he does stretch his 6 feet 10, it's about 9-10 feet. Useful kick, dropping on Bernard Saal. Good catch, but good follow-up by Rory Underwood, who turned him. That's the key. Bracken, Andrew. One for Tony Underwood to chase against Saint-André. Tony Underwood, Saint-André, it's still loose. And the try is given. I think Saint-André is claiming he's held by the shirt, but the ball initially seemed to beat them both, and Tony Underwood, racing through, gets his 7th try, and his first against France.
Well, it was touch and go whether Tony Underwood was actually offside when Rob Andrew kicked this ball. But as he goes back, you see that Saint-André is more intent on stopping Underwood to it. He missed it completely, and the referee is quite right to give the try.
And Rob Andrew now from wide out. Well, that could be the killer blow. Well, there was a bit of a, tugging by...
There, and